begin without further ado. So hello and welcome to first of 3 live events that I'm doing in preparation for next week, November 8th, when I'm doing my advanced training on how to create a full-time income with web design. And just before I go into the topic of today, I want to mention the application is open right now for Millionaire Web Designer. You can learn all about the program and make a 2-question application at millionairewebdesigner.com/apply-2021 if you haven't already. So welcome. Today I'll be talking to you. This is what's going to happen. I'll share a few words about today's topic, which is how to find my next web design client. And we'll have interaction in the chat, so you're welcome to let me know what your thoughts are as I present things, and also put in your questions in the Q&A. We'll have a few minutes for questions, and hopefully you'll have 1 or 2 insights or ahas from today's conversation, and you'll be inspired to make an application, connect with each other. I already see there are 2 people from Norway. Wow, that is really awesome. Monica and Helge, that's super great. So let's dive in. How to find my next web design client. So it may be that you have gotten a few web design projects. Finding the next client is one of the important questions that we web designers face. Let me know in the chat if this is an important topic for you. Rate it from 1 to 5. Let me know if this is really important. So rate it 5. Medium is 3, and okay, you're good with clients, then rate it number 1. So let me know in the chat how important this topic is, finding your next client, right? This was an important issue for me as I was starting out because I needed clients. And I would get into a situation where I would be looking for clients, I would get booked out, work on those projects, and once those projects are finished, I'm back in that hamster wheel looking for my next client. Now it works all right for a little while, but after a bit it gets tiring, right? You can't sustain it. It's not something that you can sustain over time. Rather, I prefer that people come knocking on my virtual door. Perhaps you would like that situation too, where you are finding messages in your inbox of people wanting to work with you. And the problem, I think, is not so much, that it's not, the problem is not your website or your design skills. It's really the question, how can I find my next client? The answer is you don't. You don't find your next client. You rather have your clients find you. Have them come knocking on your virtual door. For example, yesterday afternoon, I got an email from an established online business who wants to hire me because of my power combo of Squarespace web design, and I'm also a ConvertKit certified expert. So they wanted somebody who has both of those skill sets. And now I just have to get on a call, figure out how to work with them, and get going. So it's really wonderful to have inquiries coming into your inbox versus you going out looking for these clients. So the question, once you change around the question, sort of how can I find my next client? The question is rather, how can my clients find me? Now it sounds very similar, but it's really a little bit of a different way of thinking about it. How can you make sure that your ideal clients are actually being able to easily be brought to you? And I would say the answer to that is in this metaphor. you need to sow seeds. Okay, you need to sow seeds. What do I mean by that? You need to do things that will lead your clients to you. And this can look very different for different people based on who you are, what your preference is, what you like to do things, how you like to do things, and so on. And learning from nature, right? If you look at the leopard in Africa who is chasing a zebra, do they eat zebra or gazelle? I think they hunt zebra, right? So the leopard is running after his prey or her prey, and the zebra is running away. It's not really a good situation there. It's not a win-win. And we find ourselves falling into this predator-prey mentality, oftentimes as web designers, when we are hunting for our next client. Where is our next client? Rather, I would love for us to think more win-win and be like the beautiful flowers in the meadows that are sharing their beauty and brightness and attracting the butterflies, the hummingbirds, the bees to them so that they can be pollinated. The bees and hummingbirds and butterflies are happy, and they will make sure that more flowers will come in the future. So we need to become like the flower in the meadow, where we are becoming this attraction machine instead of the flowers. You don't see them going around the mountaintop looking for the bees, right? So it's a different way of thinking. So let me give you a couple of examples. Earlier this year, I was working with, and by the way, let me know in the chat if this is kind of resonating with you, because I kind of feel very self-conscious talking to myself. And I know you're all here. There are 16 people here. But sometimes it feels like, who am I? Am I here by myself? It's a really strange experience. But I'd love to know, any feedback. Oh, by the way, I also forgot to mention that I'm giving away a gift for one of you being here live. So I'm giving away this book, We Should All Be Millionaires by Rachel Rogers. It has just come out this summer. And I read it, and it's a fabulous book. So I'd like to give one lucky person this book. So let me share with you 2 examples, all right? Number 1, let's look at my student, Rachel Said, not Rachel Rogers, who's my mentor, but Rachel Said, who I worked with earlier this year. She's a student of Millionaire Web Designer. And she's a ray of sunshine. She's just completely full of life, and she loves people. She loves connecting with people. She has built up a network of family and friends, and she sows seeds by giving value to her network. Networking is her zone of genius. She feels she's comfortable there. She gets energy from being around people, and she finds ways to give value to her network. And her network of friends, family, and as well as clients or professional groups that she's part of, they send her warm leads. They send her way warm leads. So it could be, a professional friend of a friend. It could be a nephew of a friend's mom. And they just know that Rachel is the gal in their network who's going to build awesome websites and make things happen. She's trustworthy. She cares about people. And she gets the steady stream of clients. And of course, she found out that it was not always like that. Even though she was giving value, it was not a consistent stream because she was not giving value consistently. But whenever she had an uptick in contribution, in showing up, giving value to her network, she also saw that her inbox was more and more full of inquiries coming in, right? So in her case, by the way, check her out. Her Instagram is at Mrs. Brightside, S-E-I-D instead of S-I-D-E. That's her last name. So Mrs. Brightside, S-E-I-D. Check her Insta out. And so she presents herself in situations and environments where she feels great. She feels genuinely herself and can be of value. And she makes time to do that. So she schedules in time in her calendar to be able to do that. And this is great for a personality like Rachel, who knows her zone of genius and she is, working it. The other example is myself. And you can already sense from this conversation right now that I'm kind of shy and a bit of an introvert. And I like to connect with people more one-on-one. And when I'm in big groups, it's fine for a while, but it takes me a lot of energy to recover from it, right? So what Rachel's zone of genius is completely a zone of fear for me. But instead, what I really love to do is create videos and create things. So I've been creating videos since 2010, and I put them on YouTube about Squarespace and about online marketing specifically from 2016 onwards. And that's how I give value. I love to create video. I love to do presentations like this as well. And so I baked into I call it the Breadcrumb Strategy, that show something useful, show something of value, and solve a problem. Bring value to the marketplace is like a phrase that I hear all the time, right? Bring value. And just last month, I completed my first 100 videos on YouTube. And from time to time, I will ask my clients, how did they find me? And they will say, oh, I searched something on Google and your video popped up or your blog popped up. If you have videos embedded in your blog, that's really powerful for SEO. So even if you have a very short, like text-based article, but you have a video embedded in it, it shows up. There's a higher likelihood of it being shown on search results. So that's a little tip for you there in terms of search results. And yeah, so these are just a couple of examples of how you can leave breadcrumbs for your clients so that they can find you. Now, step number one, how you can apply this is you have to know what will really work for you, right? Giving value can mean different things to different people. It could mean writing blogs. It could mean networking like Rachel. It could be creating videos like myself. Or it could be completely different. It could be that you love to do workshops for professional groups. You like to speak from the stage. Or you like to do cold emailing or cold calling. Even though that may seem like you're actually going to find clients when you're doing the cold emailing or cold calling or anything that's kind of cold, if the attitude is, how can I give value, so that you're not just saying, hey, can you hire me, but rather, hey, I have something, I have a free workshop for you to attend, or I have something free that can solve your problem, something that you can give in any kind of marketing tactic that you're doing with that mindset. So there are many, many different marketing tactics, but it can, if you don't enjoy it, no fancy marketing tactic is going to work for you. It's got to be in alignment with who you are and what feels good in alignment with you. So, oh, Anna is writing that it's a great book. Yes, I'm going to pick somebody today for this book. Wonderful that you've read it. And Donna May says, I'm in the same position trying to find new clients. What you're saying really resonates with me. Awesome, Donna. I'm really happy to hear that. And Sarah says, so true about cold calling, just putting value out there. It might eventually come back around. Awesome, Sarah. This is great that if you have experience with cold calling, definitely share that. Share with us in the chat. What is your favorite way of finding clients? Like, what is the way that you love giving value and that has helped? Because there are 18 people here. You will help somebody by sharing your wisdom. I'm all about sharing. This is a blue ocean world. So let us know how you find clients, because it could be of use for somebody else. So once you have found step number one, what you like to do, like what kind of format or medium, in what way you like to give value, then turbocharge it, like do a lot of it. So it could even be that, you know, um, maybe it's creating blog posts and creating videos or things like that, but maybe it could be that you are absolutely, oh, before I tell you that, I know of a story of a web designer who decided when she was just, you know, getting going in the web design business, that she was really convinced that blogging was awesome for building traffic. So she decided that she would blog 3 times a week for 6 months. And she very quickly got booked out and was able to come to a stage where she was charging $8,000 for a 2-week design project. And she did that by building her traffic and giving value very quickly. So that's what I mean by turbocharging it. Like really go all in, like pick one and go all into it. So if blogging and, you know, content creation is something that you're not ready for, it could be that you absolutely love applying for jobs. Maybe you have that experience. And so I would recommend then you can try a freelancer platform. I'll give you my own example. I started on 99 Designs, and it's, you know, it's this partnership with Squarespace Marketplace. So it's an online platform where people are looking for web designers. And within my first 4 months, I was able to have my first 14K month. That was in 4 months. You know, if you're starting out, that's like a huge thing. For me, it was a huge thing to have my first 14K revenue month. And in those 4 months, I totaled a revenue of $28,000 in those 4 months. And that's an average of $7,000 a month, which was for me great. You know, it's like maybe for you as well, 7K a month, like starting from zero, and then being able to find a way to pay my bills. You know, be able to save up for down payment for this house that I'm in now. You know, it was just a massive change. So just turbocharge that one thing that you are able to, that you like, you enjoy, and has given you results. Like you may need to experiment with a few different things until you find out that, hey, this works. Let's go all in, like jump in. And what you're doing in the end is you're making it easy for your clients to find you. You are showing, you're leaving breadcrumbs, you're leaving cues and clues for people to be able to find you. And I don't know where, like how many countries are represented right now in this audience, but we definitely know there's Norway. And I know, Jean-Louis, you're from Cameroon, and we have Canada and United States. And England, United Kingdom, we have Anna. I know, I just worked with her. By the way, Anna is in the chat. She created the Millionaire Web Designer logo. So check her out, Design Shack. I think designshack.com, right? Or is it .co.uk? Anna, let me just type in the chat from Scotland. Design-shack.com. Perfect. So check her out. So yeah, no matter where you are in the world, I really want to encourage you to think international, because oftentimes and this is something we're going to cover on Thursday about pricing, but just a little bit about pricing. I live in a very, very rural area of North Carolina. Like nobody's going to pay me not nobody, I don't want to be negative, but in the rural community where the median annual income is $18,000, you know, maybe there are some businesses who earn more, but in a small county, like a small rural area, people are not paying this kind of prices for my web design services. So I really want you to think, you may think like that about your own area. You know, if you're in some small corner of Australia, and I was talking to some designer the other day, and she was talking about the hardship of raising her prices in some far corner of Australia, like people are not paying that. Think international, right? Because we have a worldwide audience, and people are out there looking for good talent everywhere, and they're willing to pay well for that. So where was I? I got into a little tangent there. Yes, again, the flower metaphor, I have to mention it again. We have to become the flowers of the meadow so that the bees and the hummingbirds are, I'm going to really use this metaphor because I love it. Because we become so stuck in this struggle. And I have been there where I'm like, how are they going to find me? But yeah, that's the right question to have. Mother Nature is the best teacher. So give value and leave the breadcrumbs that will lead clients knocking on your virtual door. So before I announce who's going to get this book, let me know if you have any questions or comments. You can use the Q&A, or since we're a nice group here, you can let me know in the chat as well. Any insights or ahas that you got from this conversation, let us all know. Reaching out to prospects with a demo site for their business. I think I missed the context there. You were writing, reaching out to prospects with a demo site for their business. Oh, that's how, probably you're answering the question, how you find clients. You reach out to them and present a demo site. That's awesome. I think that's a great idea. Jean-Louis says, 100% agree. I even use the value proposition canvas to get a deeper feeling on how to create value for clients. However, since it's easier for me to interact one-on-one, it takes time to get found by clients. Yeah, definitely a challenge there. Sarah is writing, favorite and best way for me has been referrals. So that's building upon your personal network or people you've already worked with and asking them to refer you. Let us know more there if you like. That's excellent. Yeah, so true about cold calling, just putting value out there might even eventually come back. Christoph is writing collaborative webinars. Yes, oh my, that's so huge. Collaborative webinars, joint venture webinars. Yeah, go in all in on the flower. Yes, what a great advice. Okay, so I really would like you to come to the Thursday live as well, where we're going to talk about what to do when a client starts to negotiate on your price. You've done all the hard work to come up with the price for your services, and then you're in a situation where a client is negotiating on that, right? So what to do and how to handle that, I'll share a story of mine. So that's again on Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern. If you're on my email list, you will see that reminder. If you are seeing this on YouTube or Instagram, you would like to go to millionairewebdesigner.com/live, and you'll find the Zoom link there. So do check that out. And also the millionairewebdesigner.com/apply-2021. I'm going to mention it because we are launching, I'm not going to hide from it. We're launching the Millionaire Web Designer program, which is a 12-month coaching program for web designers. And I'm doing a special advanced training on November 9th, on Tuesday, which is only for accepted applicants. And it's a quick 2-minute application. So do fill that out and check out all the details on this page as well. So let's see if there's a question. For someone who is, asking, for someone who is starting up new in website design and does not have many clients, what other methods could they use as opposed to referrals? This is a really great question, right? So if you're starting out brand new, I think first goal is to have a portfolio, build a portfolio. Even if you don't have clients, you can create mock sites, at least 3, but up to 6, so that you have a portfolio, some kind of a, the thing with referrals is that you have created some authority, some trust, some proof, some kind of evidence that you can do the job. When you're starting out new, you need to create that kind of evidence by creating a portfolio. That's number 1. And I would say even jump into a platform, like a freelancer platform, where clients are actually trying to find you. So show up there and just get projects under the belt. One of my first projects was $800, and it was like a huge project, but I did it for $800. It was my first paid project, right? So don't worry about the money. Just get things, get experience, and get projects under your belt. Anna is also writing that she got her first web design clients through networking events. So doesn't look like there's any other question. Yes, listing on freelance platforms sometimes can be difficult to win projects if you have no prior reviews. Exactly, create your own reviews, you know, hesitate to say create free sites, but if you're completely brand new, you know, you may want to create a free site for a friend or, you know, somebody in your circle. Last year I did a webinar where I was teaching exactly how to build your testimonials if you have, you know, no paying clients. Just get websites built, whether it's mock websites or if it's for friends and family. Create free websites. I've done many free websites as well. In the beginning, it's just, you know, just doing everything. Yeah, wish you all the best there. I know it's not easy to start out as a beginner, but you can do it. And that's one thing I want you to take from this whole conversation. My first year of doing web design, I'll share my revenue on November 9th when I do the advanced training. I'm sharing all the details of how my trajectory was. But I would say you can make it happen, and think about this mentality of how can I leave the breadcrumbs for my clients to find me. Give value and become a attraction magnet. So with that, I'm going to, yes, Christoph, thank you for putting the link in the chat. And I want to thank you all for being here. Let me select now the winner of today is Maria Enriquez. You are the winner of this book, We Should All Be Millionaires. So you are probably on my email list. Drop me a line and let me know your address so I can ship it out for you. All right, so excellent. Thank you so much all for being here. We are just about on time. See you on Thursday for the next live. And in the meantime, have a fantastic and wonderful rest of your day. Bye for now. Thank you, everyone.